Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be reviewing this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop full coverage foundation on my channel today. I am of NC40 skin tone. If you're interested in knowing the thoughts that I have about this foundation, then please keep on watching, before which please take a moment to hit the red color subscribe button right underneath this video and also hit the bell notification so that you get notified every single time I upload. Now let's get started. To start off with, let's start with the packaging. It does not come in a cardboard box or anything. It just comes like that, sealed with a pump, which is a very good thing. And this claims to be a matte full coverage foundation. Now when I applied this onto my skin, I felt that it was instantly turning matte. I did not even set my face today and it was instantly turning matte. The claims that it has are it says that it's oil free, it's no transfer, waterproof, 100% vegan, infused with vitamin E, which is a very good thing. My shade in this foundation is caramel and I am of NC40 skin tone. Now this particular shade caramel, they say that it has a olive undertone, and my skin tone is NC40, but the shade caramel is a little bit too dark for me. I would say if you are of NC40 or even 42 skin tone, you might want to check out a shade that is lower than this, because this kind of looks very dark on my skin tone, but once it sets, it does not look that bad. If I highlight and if I do the rest of my makeup, it does not look that bad. And they have launched 14 shades. This is not a new launch in any way. This was launched quite some time back and I got this on an offer price for about 600 and something rupees, flat 50% off, but the original MRP is, I believe, 1300 or 1400. I'll put this in the screen somewhere. And you get like standard 30 ml like any other foundation. The shade selection, they could have launched a little bit more in between shades, I felt, because I was trying really hard to find out my shade and I ended up picking a darker shade. So I wish they had launched in between shades as well. Apart from that, the way this applies onto my skin, I'll obviously include an application clip of me talking through the application process of it. I've used brush on one side and sponge on the other side, and I went in with 2 layers. This is not a very full coverage foundation. I would say you can build it up to a full coverage foundation, of course, but if I take one pump and apply it onto my face, it's sort of a medium to buildable coverage, and it really looks matte on the skin, you guys. Once I apply this foundation, I did not even set this foundation with a powder. It is true that they have claimed that it is a transfer proof foundation. It is true. I have not applied any powder to my face except for my T-zone, so if I press also, nothing is coming off. This is some sort of glitter, I guess. Anyways, so if I press also, nothing comes off my hand. It's transfer proof. I feel that it's gonna last a very long amount of time. If possible, I'll do a VAT test for sure. And I feel that this is going to be a very long lasting foundation. It's not budging, it's not bunching up or anything. It is very matte. If you're dry skin, prep your skin well, really nicely, nourish your skin with rich sort of moisturizer, or prime your skin with very hydrating primers, and then apply this foundation if you want to try this out. Or you can stay away from this foundation if you're like very dry skin, that to a point that your skin is peeling off or something, then this will exaggerate all those things and it'll bunch up and it'll look weird. It has kind of settled a little bit on the forehead, a little bit, nothing over the top, but I guess that happens with me for any foundation, so I do not mind it. Overall, the foundation performed really great, although I felt that the shade was a little off for me. You cannot see it properly right now, but you will be able to see in the application process that my neck doesn't even match. Let me zoom you out. Like you can see, my neck doesn't even match, like my chest area doesn't even match my neck. I have applied it on my neck also, so it's a little bit too deep for me. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it's a little bit too deep for me. Apart from that, the texture of this foundation is it's in between thick and runny. It's not too runny, it's not too thick, it's like right in between. The coverage is medium to full, and overall I really like this foundation, except for the shade. I think I can mix this in with any foundation to make it more long lasting. Like if you have a foundation, if you already purchased this foundation and if you don't like it, how you can use it is that you can mix in with your other foundation to make that particular foundation a little bit more long lasting, because I feel that this is going to last on me for a very long amount of time, because it's not budging at all. So it's a good foundation. I would highly suggest that you pick the right shade and prep your skin well, and then if you use this foundation, then you'll be good to go. So yeah, that's it for my review bit of it. Now let's move on to the application process. I will also be swatching my Fit Me foundation on my chin area, my cheek area, and you can, you know, see for yourself how the shade looks like. So guys, I just wanted you to see how this foundation swatches on my skin, and I want to compare it to the Maybelline Fit Me shade that I am currently in. So this is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and this is in the shade Caramel. Is it? Yes, this is in the shade Caramel. I'm just going to take a little bit just to swatch it on my face and compare it with the Fit Me one. So I'm going to swatch it like right here. Yes, that's a bad swatch. Let me take a little bit more and then just swatch it. Okay, so that's the shade Caramel from the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. So that's how this foundation looks like on my skin, swatched on my skin. Now let me pump out some Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 332 Golden Caramel. I've done a whole review and everything on this particular foundation, the entire range. You can check that out if you want. So both of these, they claim to have olive undertone, so that's why I'm just swatching it side by side. Okay, so the Maybelline Fit Me itself is a little bit dark for me. Okay, so this is a even more darker shade. So this shade is a little bit dark for me at the moment, and if you are of NC40 skin tone, I would suggest you to go a shade down if you're purchasing the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. If I find this on a discounted price, I would pick the right shade, but this is a little bit dark for me. So this is Maybelline Fit Me 332, and this is NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Caramel. So that's how it looks like. That's the comparison. So yeah, now let's move on to the application process. So I'm going to start with skin prep, for which I'm going to be using this Pond's moisturizer. This is the Super Light Gel, and this particular foundation, yeah, it's a matte finish foundation, so you want to just moisturize your face really well. So I'm just gonna pick some up and then just apply it. This feels so nice on the skin, you guys. I love this moisturizer. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So it's been like half a minute to 1 minute. I'm going to prime my skin, for which I'm going to be using this NYX Prep Me Up primer. This is going to smooth out my pores, and it gives like a good canvas for me to work on. I'm just going to take a very little amount and just blur out this particular area and in between my forehead. For some reason I like blurring out that area and my smile lines. Okay, so yeah. Now the step that I cannot absolutely skip is color correction. So for which I'm going to be using this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer Orange Corrector thingy, and this is something that I cannot skip, and I've been loving this product a lot lately. So I'm just going to do like one dot. That's it. One dot here. Let me just zoom you guys in, and we'll proceed with the foundation application. I'm going to do one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. So let's just zoom you guys in. Zoomed in, and I'm going to be doing like one pump of this foundation and see how the coverage is. So I'm just taking one pump. It's quite liquidy, it's runny. So let's just do the brush side first. I'm gonna like dot it on my face like that. The shade doesn't look that bad, but it is a little dark, but it's okay. I don't mind that. I guess this will do. I'm just gonna buff it using a random kabuki brush. This is like a random AliExpress brush. So the coverage on this is okay, it's not bad. It's like a medium coverage and you can build it up to a full coverage. I'll just show you with and without foundation. So this is the side with foundation and this is the side without foundation. Like you can see, it's a little bit darker on my skin, but it's fine. We can just highlight and make it work. Now let's move on to the blender side. So I'm going to dot it. Same one pump I'm using. Whatever was left from the previous pump, I'm just using that and just applying it. Let's just blend this out. It's blending so well. I want to tell you that it's blending very, very nicely. And it's extremely matte, you guys. Though you can see this finish right here, this part of my skin always looks dewy, so the rest of my face is quite matte and it is set, guys. It is set. There's like absolutely no transfer. I don't think you even need a powder to set it. So it's just self-setting, nice matte foundation. I am going to go in with another layer and see how this builds and try and blend it a little bit better, you know. So I'm just going to I do not have a preference. I like both sides equally. It's only thing is that it's a little bit too dark for me, but the finish is absolutely amazing. Let me see if I can use highlighting concealer to work it. So I'm just taking another pump and building the coverage. Let's see if it becomes a full coverage foundation. I'm gonna take the rest down on my neck because let me show you. You can see the difference. It's crazy. The foundation doesn't match my neck obviously, so I have to take it down my neck. So guys, if you're NC40, please go a shade down, probably beige or something. This is too dark for me. I actually saw Shweta Vijay's video and got this shade thinking that because she's also NC40, I thought this will match me, but this is like crazy dark. I thought it's a little bit dark, but no, it's crazy dark. Okay, that's the maximum that I can do, you guys. Let me blend this out again. Yeah, I'll zoom you guys in. The blending power is great. It's building quite nicely, and yeah, the coverage is good. I wouldn't say it's full. I wouldn't say it's like PAC foundation coverage or MAC foundation coverage, but it's good. Or the Maybelline Superstay coverage, but this coverage is good. And if you're dry skin, stay away from this foundation because it's matte. It might look dewy right here because my skin here is naturally dewy, and this thing is like self-setting, like it's set. Okay, so I guess that's the application bit of it. I'm just going to move on to concealer. So for concealer, I thought I'll use like a brightening concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade medium beige, I guess. Yeah, it's the medium beige shade. Let me just try and conceal nicely. So I'm just gonna use the Fit Me loose powder and set underneath my eyes. So I've just set my T-zone. I'm not gonna set my entire face. One thing is because I'm going to cream contour, and the other thing is that I want to see how this foundation holds up. Obviously the shade is like meh, it doesn't match me that well, but I would definitely like to discuss how I feel about the coverage, how I feel about the wearability and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to just finish up my face and I'll get back to you. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found this review useful. If you did, then please give this video a big thumbs up. Please share, comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, I make a lot of these foundation review videos, lipstick swatch videos for our brown skin tone girls, NC40, NC42. So you can definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You will not be disappointed. So yeah, I'll see you next time in another interesting video. Until then, take care. Tata, bye bye.